In nature, some animals look unfinished, as if evolution started drawing them, then changed its mind halfway through. A shark with a blade-like nose and jaws that shoot out of its face, a primate with glowing eyes, bat-like ears, and one finger so strange it looks almost impossible. A tiny mole with a living star where its nose should be. And a giant bird that stands motionless in the swamp like something left behind from another age. These animals are real, but everything about them feels like they should not exist. This is What the Wild, and these are 4 animals that look almost too strange to be real. Number 1, the goblin shark. Far below the waves, where sunlight disappears and the ocean turns black, there is a shark that seems to belong to another world. It does not look fast. It does not look elegant. It does not look like the perfect predator most people imagine when they hear the word shark. Its body is pale and soft-looking. Its eyes are small. Its snout is long, flat, and blade-like, stretching forward like a strange weapon built for darkness. And then there are the jaws. At first, the goblin shark's mouth looks unusual enough. Long, narrow teeth point outward like glass needles. Its face looks ancient, almost broken. But when it attacks, the illusion changes. The jaws do not simply open, they launch. In a sudden movement, the shark's mouth shoots forward from its head, extending toward the prey before pulling it back into the darkness. For a moment, the animal's face seems to transform. It becomes something less like a shark and more like a trap. This strange movement is not a mistake. It is the goblin shark's survival system. In the deep sea, speed is expensive. Food is rare. Energy must be saved. A predator cannot waste every hunt chasing shadows through cold black water. So the goblin shark uses a different strategy. It moves through the depths slowly, searching the darkness with its long snout, which contains sensory organs that can detect weak electric signals from living animals nearby. A fish, a squid, a crustacean moving where no light reaches. When the shark is close enough, it does not need a long chase. It only needs one sudden strike. The jaws fire forward, the mouth expands, and the prey is pulled in before it can understand what happened. It is one of the strangest feeding attacks in the ocean, and it comes from a shark so rarely seen alive that much of its life remains mysterious. Most people will never see a goblin shark in the wild. Most cameras will never find one. It lives in a place where the ocean hides almost everything, and that is part of what makes it feel impossible. The goblin shark is not a monster. It is something more interesting. A living design from the deep ocean. A predator shaped by darkness, pressure, silence, and time. Number 2, the eye. In the forests of Madagascar, night changes everything. The trees become black shapes. The air fills with insects. And high in the branches, something moves quietly through the darkness. At first, it may look like a small shadow. Then the eyes appear, large, round, and bright. Then the ears, wide, sensitive, almost bat-like. Then the hands. The eye is a primate, a kind of lemur found only in Madagascar. But it does not look like the monkeys and apes most people imagine. It looks like a creature made from mismatched parts. A squirrel-like body, rodent-like teeth, a long tail, huge eyes, huge ears, and one long, thin middle finger that looks almost skeletal. That finger is the reason the eye feels so unreal, but it is also the reason it survives. The eye hunts for food inside trees, not on the bark, not among the leaves, inside the wood. It moves along branches in the dark, tapping on the surface with its long finger. Tap, tap, tap. Then it listens. Its large ears pick up tiny changes in sound, hollow spaces beneath the bark, hidden tunnels made by insect larvae. The eye is not just touching the tree, it is reading it. When it finds the right spot, it bites into the wood with powerful teeth, opens a small hole, then inserts that thin finger deep inside. The finger bends, hooks, searches, and pulls the larva out. It is one of the strangest feeding methods in the primate world. A primate that taps like a woodpecker, listens like a bat, gnaws like a rodent, and fishes insects out of wood with a finger that looks too delicate to be useful. But in Madagascar's forests, this strange combination works. The eye fills a role that few other animals can. It finds food hidden where most animals cannot reach. It survives by being unusual. And yet its appearance has made life harder. In some places, people have feared the eye because of the way it looks. Its staring eyes, thin fingers, and nocturnal habits have made it the subject of superstition. But the truth is much simpler. The eye is not a bad omen. It is not a curse. It is a highly specialized survivor, a primate shaped by isolation, darkness, and one of the most unusual hands in nature. Number 3, the star-nosed mole. Underground, the world is not made of light. It is made of pressure, texture, water, roots, mud, tiny movements in the dark. For most animals, this would be a difficult place to hunt. For the star-nosed mole, it is exactly where it becomes extraordinary. At first glance, the animal looks impossible. It is small, dark, and built for tunnels, but its face is surrounded by 22 fleshy appendages arranged in a circle around the nostrils. They look like petals, or tentacles, or something that should belong to an alien creature, not a mammal. This is the star, and it may be one of the most sensitive touch organs in the animal kingdom. The star-nosed mole lives in wet, muddy environments where vision is almost useless. It cannot rely on sight the way surface animals do, so evolution gave it something else, a nose that can feel the world at incredible speed. As the mole moves through tunnels and shallow water, the star constantly touches the ground, scanning everything in front of it. It does not search slowly. It does not pause and think. The star moves rapidly over the surface, sending information to the brain almost instantly. Small shapes, textures, edges, movement, potential prey. When it finds something edible, the mole can identify it and consume it in a fraction of a second. It is one of the fastest foragers among mammals. A tiny hunter built not around sight or smell, but touch. And that is what makes it so strange. The star-nosed mole does not look like an animal that should be efficient. It looks over-designed. Too many parts, too many moving points, a face that seems almost impossible to control. But the truth is the opposite. Every part of that star has a purpose. Each appendage is covered with sensory structures that help the mole detect the smallest details of its environment. In total darkness, the star is not decoration. It is a map. It is vision through touch. It is the difference between missing prey and surviving. The star-nosed mole reminds us that evolution does not care what looks normal. It only cares what works. And in the hidden world beneath the wetlands, one of the strangest faces on Earth is also one of the most effective. Number 4, the shoebill stork. In the swamps of East Africa, there is a bird that looks like it should be extinct. It stands almost perfectly still, tall, gray, silent. Its yellow eyes stare forward with unsettling focus, and beneath those eyes is a bill so massive and strange that it gives the animal its name, the shoebill. At first, it does not look like an active predator. It looks like a statue, something ancient, something waiting, but that stillness is the weapon. The shoebill lives in wetlands, marshes, and flooded vegetation, where large fish move beneath the surface. Its favorite prey often includes lungfish, animals that can survive in difficult, oxygen-poor waters. The shoebill hunts by patience. It stands in the swamp for long stretches of time, barely moving. The water shifts, grass bends, a fish rises close to the surface. And then the bird strikes. The massive bill slams down with terrifying force. It is not a delicate tool. It is a trap, a clamp, a blade-edged bucket built to grab slippery prey from thick swamp water. The shoebill can look almost prehistoric because its body language is so different from smaller, faster birds. It does not flutter around. It does not sing brightly in the trees. It waits like a predator that knows time is on its side. And when it moves, the calm disappears. The strike is sudden, violent, and precise. The shoebill's appearance makes it easy to imagine as a relic from a lost world. Its heavy bill, its towering body, its cold stare, its silence. But it is not a dinosaur. It is not a fantasy creature. It is a modern bird perfectly built for one of the most difficult hunting environments on Earth. A swamp predator with the patience of stone and the strike of a trap door. 4 animals: a shark with a jaw that launches from its face, a lemur that taps trees and listens for hidden life, a mole that sees the underground world through touch, and a giant swamp bird that hunts by becoming almost completely still. They look strange because their worlds are strange. Deep oceans, night forests, wet underground tunnels, silent African marshes. In places like these, normal designs are not always enough. So nature builds something different, something that looks impossible, something that makes us stop and ask how it can be real. But the answer is always the same. It exists because it works. And sometimes the animals that look the most unnatural are the ones most perfectly shaped for their world. This was What the Wild. If you want more true animal stories from the stranger side of nature, subscribe and watch the next episode.